it turns out I have a bit of a problem. And the problem is that I have too many problems. So let me quickly show you what I'm talking about, okay? Over here in the right corner. So here we have this car, a Citroën CX, which is mostly fine, but I need to fix the drive shafts. And there's this system in there so you can drive on natural gas, but it sucks. So I want to take that out. Then we have this car here, Citroën BX. This car is actually not too bad either, but I need to fix a lot of rust. A lot of stuff like this. Also, there are a few spots that are quite a lot worse. Oh, and then actually, we have my daily driver. Let's see if I can get that in here. There we go, the daily driver. This utterly boring car. This is actually my daily. Actually, it's a very good daily because it's very comfortable to drive. It's quite large, so I can fit pretty much anything I want to carry in there. And yeah, it's comfortable and it's cheap. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, so what about all these cars then? I'm a bit of a car nut, so I have a few too many, I suppose. They're all old, so they tend to break down all the time. And that is an issue. Broken down cars, they suck so much because they are so annoying to move and to deal with if they're not driving, right? So how then are we going to deal with this? To figure out that, I brought a chalkboard. Amazing, yay. You know, I'm not a teacher. I'm not going to teach you guys. I like some kind of kindergarten teacher or anything. But this blackboard is going to be the overarching master plan. Or like we would say in Friesland, masterplan. See here. So, the thing with these cars is I'm going to work on them in this specific order, as we see here. The daily driver. This is priority number one, because if this car breaks down, I have a problem. If I don't have a car to drive at all, then it's really hard to get here to the workshop, to get new parts. Everything suddenly becomes a lot harder. So the daily driver, it cannot break down. If it breaks down, it has to be fixed immediately. So daily driver, priority number one. Then the project car, that's this one. So I'm actually going to do an engine swap for this, and it's a project car because I don't want to put a deadline on this. It's really just because I really love working on cars, and I think it would be a really good challenge to try and upgrade this car a bit, let's say. I don't really want to set any deadlines for myself because I just know it's going to take probably at least 2 years or something, but maybe 5 or whatever. It's just a project, but it's really fun to do, really fulfilling work. So I would really love to keep working on that car. And then the classic car for in the summer. For this car, it's acceptable if it's not perfect or maybe not running for a while or stuff like that. Because I don't want to drive it in winter anyway, because here in the Netherlands at least, they put a lot of salt on the roads to keep the ice away, and that just destroys your classic cars. Also, it's quite okay. I put a lot of work in it already. Basically, the plan is to just try to fix up the last little things this winter so I can drive it again next summer. Since it's not too much work, it should be fine. Should be. So that's it. This is the order in which I will try to tackle the problems, and then also, of course, all these main priorities, I can split them down into more detailed subtasks and stuff like that, but that's boring, whatever. There's actually one more thing though, and that is, look at this mess. This is supposed to be a workshop, but yeah, what the hell. There was a workbench here, but it sucked. I took it down. I think I have to add another thing to the list. Yeah, if I don't have a workshop, then I can't work on cars. So that's actually priority number one instead of the daily driver. Or like maybe they're both one, I guess. Doesn't matter. I suppose first thing I have to start on is building a workbench, because without a workbench, my life's too hard. So let's get started. It's a bench and it works. So if you remember the plan, the first one, build a workshop. Check. So I mean, I built a workbench, so it's not like a full workshop yet, but it's good enough to now continue. So at least I can now start working on the next thing, which is the daily driver. So the next thing I'll be working on is getting it to pass the yearly inspection, which is supposed to be done in about 3 or 4 weeks. So if you want to see how that goes, maybe subscribe. And well, yeah, see you next time. Ciao.